Hello and welcome back to the More Than Drill and Drum podcast.
The podcast where we talk about drill and drum and more.
She's Jemima.
He's Tyreese.
And today we're going to be talking about our motivations.
Our aspirations.
And more.
So sit back, relax and enjoy today's episode. Hello Tyreese.
Hello Jemima.
So in a previous podcast, we spoke about our origins in drill and drum, thinking about where we started, our little grassroots, as it were. So I'll open the floor to you first.
Ooh.
I know.
I just want to say, I'm not a guest. I co-host.
This is true, but you're in the hot seat right now. What is it that drives you in drum and drill?
You don't have to add the drill bit.
What are you trying to say?
What drives me with drill and drum?
Yeah.
Community aspect, being all together, the ability to create sounds and movements, the reaching out to young people. A lot of young people do this.
Yeah.
Of course, we're not excluded to age.
No,
but
not at all.
I guess young people like to make noise.
Yeah.
And when we are able to host camps or boot camps and they come along and we're able to instill a bit of knowledge into them about drilling and drumming.
Yeah.
I do like to spend my money on drums. And I know I get told off to buy you quite a lot.
Did you not message me the other day saying that you just bought many insert drums here? This might be a little bit controversial.
Ooh.
But do you ever find that drumming is too loud?
Yeah, sometimes when we do practices and we like to have a little debrief when we're on the way home.
Yeah.
And I'd say, Jemima, my head is ringing. I'd have headaches and stuff. But with all of that, there are ways around it. Like you can get earmuffs, you can get earplugs.
And I think that's something that we don't realize sometimes. Like we just want to get on and do it and, do stuff that looks nice or sounds nice. But actually, we do have to look after ourselves in the process. So yeah, I absolutely agree.
So what motivates you in drill?
I think there's a deep underlying just desire to drill.
It's in your bones.
It literally almost is. Like sometimes I get a little bit itchy, get into a space. I'm like, oh, just look at that. How many right turns could I be doing? That kind of thing where, when there's an opportunity, I'm just seeking a way to seize that opportunity somehow. But yeah, like when you get in that zone and you're with people who also love to drill, it's literally infectious. I noticed how powerful drill was for me as I was getting through some tricky times at uni where there was just such a high workload. And in my breaks, I would drill. Like I just would go outside and then just mess around a little bit. And that's when some of my big routine ideas actually came out, just in those little short stints of drill. And I realized, kind of like what you were saying, it was a pretty good exercise that, I'm getting moving after being sat, just like working away. But it was during those times that I was able to tap into that deep enjoyment where I can have a workout of mind and body and also my creative space. And then I realized also how drill is a tool for connecting. And I found that to be true on a vertical sense and a horizontal sense.
Ooh, explain that.
Yeah. So in a vertical sense, I genuinely found that drill was a way for me to connect with God. I think the context where I've done a lot of drill has been within Pathfinders, an organization that is founded on godly principles. And as I grew and experimented more and more with drill and was exposed to situations where actually drill was a way to reach out to people, to minister to people, to be able to connect with our communities, I realized that, whoa, like this is actually a ministry. And so recognizing that calling, as it were, to pursue drill in a ministry sense made me more hungry to deepen my relationship with God, to say, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do with drill that's going to make a positive impact in this world? Whether that be a performance or a teaching session or a podcast, whatever that is.
Hello,
that's literally why we're here. But that was the kind of vertical sense. And then in the horizontal sense, I found that drill has connected me with friends who weren't even on my radar before. Like drill literally brought us together, and as much as it's not been the sole thing that's kept us together, because we've grown beautiful friendships, but that was the starting point. And it's become something that's maintained throughout our friendships, where we'll just meet up and we'll just be like, so when are we going to drill, guys?
To put a little piece into that,
Yeah.
there's a video of me just drumming for, I believe, the Hull event.
Yeah.
And I think most recently we just found out it was like one of them crossover moments.
Yeah.
A member of Team Alpha just walked past, and I sent it to you. I was like, "Is this her?" And you were like, "I don't know. You're gonna have to ask her." So I asked her, and it is her.
No way.
The guests that we have on this podcast, I'd like to believe that we're friends too. We're not just drilling and drumming. Guess what? It's more than that. Friends to last a lifetime through drilling and drumming is a thing. And I guess that's what pathfinding and being a Christian is all about. You need to be around like-minded people that can uplift you in a positive way.
And I love that that's the case, regardless of whether or not people believe exactly the same things as you. Because you don't have to agree on everything. You don't have to be of the same religion or the same faith, as it were. But when you have those points of agreement, then you can just run with that. And I would love to be able to share drill and drum with more people who are just passionate about it in that way. You know, you might be coming from a completely different walk of life, from a completely different place, from a completely different religion, or no religion at all, but that doesn't matter. If drill and drum is something that you would be interested in or are passionate about, then why not be able to share that with more and more people?
One thing that I think is great about us doing this, obviously you're Team Drill and I'm Team Drum. We have the opportunity for you to teach me more about drill and for me to teach you more about drum.
Absolutely.
And as this progresses, hopefully we'll be able to see those journeys.
Yeah.
Because I know myself, there are things that I could also improve in my drill, but there are also things I could improve in my drumming.
Likewise.
And we're trying to make this more of a community thing. So if there's any of your input that you want, maybe you don't want Jemima as my co-host, tell me. I'll get rid of her.
I'm not sure whether that's something we're going to put a poll on, but...
But if you have any ideas for a drill routine or a drum routine or a video idea, what do you want to see? That's, I think, one of the most important things to us, because yes, me and Jemima can talk about drill and drum all day long, but what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to hear? And
so that brings us to the end of today's episode. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more...
Make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe.
And tune in here next time on More Than Drill and Drum. So that brings us to the end of today's episode.
I'm just saying, really.
A few moments later.
She's Jemima.
He's Tyreese.